Hey everybody, Al Puglisi Trains, and today's Three Amigos is me, I'm an amigo, Howard Zane's an amigo, and Tom from Tom's Trains and Things are our amigos today. And we're down in Howard's basement, and Tom is filming some footage for his channel, and we've pinned Howard down for an interview, so let me jump out of the picture and we'll ask Howard and Tom some questions. All right, amigos, let's start with Tom. Tom, so you're filming this for your channel.
Spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to put Tom on the spot. You talked about coming down here. It was kind of shocking, and this is the second visit for you.
Right.
And you see a bunch of stuff you just never noticed before.
Yeah, the second time I'm down here, and I'm just taking a lot of photos and some videos, but I'm trying to get all the buildings. Amazing work here.
So I guess you'll be posting some goodies on the channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be posting a lot of photos with music in the background.
Good. And then Howard, talk about this section. This is the new section, correct?
Well, no, actually, the new section is over there. I tore the old one down.
Okay.
After we had a rather robust fella get stuck under the rope.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about him. Tell that story to Tom's.
Well, he was a powerful eating guy. I guess he ate a little too much. He was over 450.
A powerful eating guy.
Powerful eating guy. He was. He loved his fried chicken, whatever. He unfortunately passed away.
Oh.
But I don't want to impugn him even after his death. Nice fellow. But he went to ramming speed under one of my duck hunters.
Ooh.
On the original section 1, and he got stuck.
Ooh.
And he got really stuck because I put masonite in between to finish it off, so it looked nice. As you duck under. And he got about halfway through it. Boom, he was locked in. So we had 2 or 3 pushing on the caboose and several pulling. We couldn't get him out. Now he was in his probably I'd say early 70s, late 60s.
Oh wow, he was old.
And he was bent over, so his back was going out. And he was in pain.
Oh God!
So the only thing I could do was to get the sawzall and cut him out of the layout, which I did. Took a whole section out, and then that was it. So he actually did me a favor because duck hunters, if you're building a model railroad, I don't give a shit how young you are. You're going to get older, and those duck hunters are going to get lower and lower and lower each year, until you can no longer navigate them.
Right.
So anyway, if you could design a layout without duck hunters, do it.
Right. I remember.
Come to me, I'll help you do it.
You said that in one of the videos. You stopped. You were walking down the aisle, and you said, "Don't do it. No duck unders." Tom, do you have any duck unders?
No duck unders. Yeah, and my layout's about this high right here.
Okay. So it's a crawl under and a duck under.
Yeah.
But no duck unders.
I have one crawl under. I have a chair on wheels that I could scoot underneath it.
Okay, good.
It's a scoot under.
Good, a scoot under.
Yeah.
There was another. You got caught in here, back here. Where did you get caught?
Back there, over the gulch in the back.
Okay, in Gilbert's Gulch.
No, Maisie's Falls.
Oh, Maisie's Falls, back
in the back. I was working like this from behind, and I was doing the scenery. You can see right back, all the way in the back wall.
Okay.
I was standing up, and I was on a ladder, and I could reach it. And all of a sudden, I kept doing it and doing it. Finally, I couldn't get out.
Oh shit!
So I was yelling. Sandy's office is upstairs.
Okay.
So I was yelling, hoping I couldn't get to the cell phone because the cell phone was out here. So I'm yelling and cursing. So Sandy probably heard me, but she assumes I curse all the time anyway.
Right.
So.
Right.
He's just being himself. Finally, she came down because it was dinner time. So Sandy, I'm out of here. I can't get out of here.
Oh my God.
So I had to rip the whole damn section. And that's when I bought that Micromark thing.
That Micromark creeper.
It was here and the following day.
Wow.
That's how fast that was.
Wow.
That's how we did it.
There's a picture in the book of you being stuck. She took in there of you.
Oh yeah, she took that when I was stuck.
Yes, folks. If you don't have the book, I highly recommend you buy the book. It's a great book. It's on the channel. You can go to items for sale on my page and see the book. It's a great book, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, it is.
It's G-rated.
Yes, it's a G-rated book.
Is much better.
Yes, tell us about the second book. I don't sell that. That's out of print, isn't it?
3 printings are all done. I'm not doing it anymore.
That was a dirty book.
Boy from Jersey.
Right.
It's about everything I wanted to say in the train book. I put in that book. And Sandy edited it. She took out 100 pages.
Wow.
And so it's still about 340 pages.
There's some really colorful stories in that book.
but we can't get that book to sell, can we? Is that a print?
It's out of God. It's not, well, I had it printed. I was self-published, so I could probably have more copies printed.
Right.
But after 3 printings, that's enough.
Okay.
I don't do it for the money.
Right.
I did it for my grandkids. I got 6 grandkids. They live all over the country.
Wow.
And different countries, actually. And they don't know who I am.
Right.
So they all have the book. They can learn about Grandpa and what he did.
Now, did you sketch this out before you did? Well, you did.
I built the scout model of this section.
Right.
Why? Because this over here, this edition wasn't your basic edition. This was a 2-story house with a basement. We had it. Sandy sold her house in Michigan when we got married, so we needed more space. So we decided to build a second 2-story house right in the back.
Right.
That's the house, 2 stories above that. And well, I was very satisfied with my 1,900 square feet I had before. And then to do a 2-story house, the code called for these footers had to be 5 feet down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sandy said, well, shit, if we got to go to 5 feet, let's go to 8 feet and give you a new basement.
Wow. Wow.
So if they were working on this thing, and then finally every model railroad is dream. Is
Right.
Pound the hell out of a cement block wall, and you pound, the space opens up, and lo and behold, there's a whole new space for you.
Yes.
And the space was roughly 1,000 square feet.
Good God, yeah. Tom, how much space you've got? Well, what do you got about?
Almost a single car garage. not a lot of space.
You have a friend with a plow. Backhoe. Well, I was going to add another 1,500 feet on it, and I told you that story.
Yeah.
And it took 2 years to get the approval for the
county.
The county to even go further.
Oh yeah.
And so I finally got the approval, and the backhoe is owned by a friend of mine, Bobby Hunter, who unfortunately is gone. But he was on his way over here, and I got a call from Colorado from Mel Shapiro. I'll mention his name because Mel's gone now.
Right.
Wonderful guy. He called me. He says, I just bought your book at Caboose Hobbies, the original Caboose down in Denver. He said, I got a question. Could you build me something that looks like what you have in your book in O'Gage? He's a 3-rail.
Right.
I don't see why not. So I invited him out for the weekend. I met him at the airport. We clicked perfectly. So we shook hands, and I wound up building this layout. It took me 4 years.
Wow.
I built all the components here, and I go out there 2 or 3 times a stay for 2 or 3 weeks at a time and build the layout. Oh, I thought that was Sandy walking down.
Yeah. And let's say hi to Debbie. Hold on.
Oh.
Hey Debbie, how you doing?
Good.
Taking
I'm
more
having a good
pictures?
time,
All
yeah.
right, good. It's so big, we didn't know you were here. It's like,
Really?
it's so gigantic, the layout, that people disappear.
Yeah, she was making her rounds.
Around, and then I
Going
said,
around on one side and then come back
and
around.
then I said, wait a minute, did I?
I'm
do that one
lost.
already?
It's like a maze.
Yeah.
I talked about it before.
What's
It had a lot of codes. As a matter of fact, we had Zane's rules, which I had to learn. There were 100 laws I had to know. But one of his things about model railroading was the size. Now, Dad wasn't very gregarious, Tom. He was very secret about his layout, and it was gigantic. Now, this room here, from here to 72, and all the way to the alcove is 76 feet, all the way back. Dad's layout was 95 feet by 16. But went under the 3-car garage we just built. And, so people would come down and look at this thing. It was immense. His name was Bernie. He said, Bernie, why so big? And Dad would say, aha, a model railroad is like a schmeckle, or a penis. It
Smeckle.
doesn't have to be big to have fun with it, but if it's really big, it could be a lot more fun.
Yeah.
So he was a piece of work.
My wife was. We could tell stories all day, Tom. I mean, when I first brought her down here, she panicked. She's like, "You guys knock down walls and expand and expand and expand." It's like an episode of watching Star Trek or something when the Klingons just keep expanding their empire, expand and expand. Don't you guys ever are happy with the size you have? And it's like, not if we're finished with it,
You would love seeing us put the I-beam in on the other side, gigantic I-beam. And we had like 7 people or 8 people, we couldn't get it up. We tried hoisting it up.
Wow.
So finally I went down to Signature Aviation at the airport. It used to be Butler. And I borrowed some jacks, aircraft jacks. big things.
Wow.
We managed to fit them down here, and we had to jack the thing up. It worked.
What's
Same
it?
with this, we did use aircraft jacks for here too.
My God, there's no poles. You don't see poles
No,
in the
no.
middle of the.
It sits on the structure.
It sits on the
Yeah.
on the
I
structure.
did all the working drawings for this, and now you know the first step. The first things I did all the drawings and design, and I screwed up. And this is why we have a step-down living room, and it steps up here. Why? Because I used 2x10s instead of 2x4s, 2 8s for the trussing. So it's actually 2 inches higher.
Wow.
And I realized the mistake after we had them already built. I said, screw it. We'll keep it the way it is.
No, I remember coming down here. I can't remember. Maybe I was in my 30s at the time. In the 90s. When did you start construction on this end?
This end?
Yeah,
I started
when?
this in 02.
Okay, so that was pretty close. So I was around 32. I came down here and I saw it all in cardboard strips. I saw it all in cardboard strips,
Yeah.
crisscrossed.
Well,
I
there's
saw.
no plaster here. Everything's paper.
Yeah.
The red rosin paper.
Yeah.
Except for the castings are plaster.
So yeah, you folks that get the book. You talk about it in the book
Oh yeah.
where
I
it's,
actually give that pretty much show how it's done.
yep, it's all red rosin paper and cardboard strips, and then you paint the red rosin
Well,
paper with
To give an
glue.
example, if I want the plaster to do this one section here, it would have taken 10 pounds or 10 100-pound bags
Right,
of hydrocal.
right.
If I went to the plaster impregnated gauze, you know what that would have cost? to
Oh
do this?
God, it would have cost.
We're talking thousands and thousands.
Right.
This whole thing here was done with a couple of spare boxes, which I had that I was throwing away, cut the strips, and one roll of red rosin paper, which is 140 feet by 4 feet.
Right.
So I did the whole thing. It was 12 for $12.
In red rosin.
Red rosin paper, no plaster.
And you
now,
paint-
I did use plaster, as I said, for these castings.
Right.
The castings.
But you paint it with straight,
Full-strength Elmer's.
full strength Elmer's, and that adds strength. And then you
Oh
put
my God! Yeah, you can tap it. It's right there.
Yeah.
That's the hard shell.
yeah, it
Yeah,
almost
it's
feels
pretty-
like hard shell, but it's
But
ingenious.
Don't dilute the Elmer's. You got to use full strength. And don't use the wood glue. Use white Elmer's.
Right.
It makes a big difference.
And then you immediately put your ground cover on it after, and then further glue it down.
So
Like,
parts of it I would spray green. So
Wow.
then again, I realized that it wasn't leaking through, so there was no problem.
wow, that's amazing. Well, any questions for Howard, Tom? I'm
No,
Well, that's all
I'm
right.
just amazed here.
If I don't know the answer, I make shit up. So don't worry.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I mean, it's a crew. You've had a crew of folks helping you build this.
When we tore the thing down, we got. And by the way, his friends called him circumference. The big guy got sick.
Right.
So we got circumference unlodged. The guys from Fort County came over the next day.
Okay.
Bill Carl and company, all the guys, Carl Bond and Keith Albright.
Right.
We took this whole thing down. Was out of here in 4 hours.
Wow.
Put up the stuff. Then I
Wow.
started that, drew a whole new plan.
That's Piermont, the city. You took that out. Bill Carl
The
bought
original
that.
city, Bill Carl owns Piermont.
Yeah, I'll go over there and
I
look
hope
at
he
it.
sets it up someday.
It's a giant city, Tom.
Actually, it looked big. It's actually about 3 feet by 4 feet. That's all. It was built on gator board.
how long was it though? It was long, wasn't it?
No, it's 4 feet by 3 feet.
Oh, that's it.
That's all.
Oh, I thought it was like 10 feet long by 3 feet.
It had that illusion that it wasn't that big.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A lot of buildings, the city all pushed together.
Yeah. Howard, this thing is just. Oh, we were talking about the Tom. The
yeah,
Lehigh
I
Valley.
noticed
Tell
you
us
when you-
about the Lehigh Valley Railroad you
yeah.
visited.
Lehigh Keystone.
Yeah.
You up in Bethlehem?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
That's
It
quite
was
a layout.
amazing. It's nice and big. I mean, it's 2 levels,
Uh huh.
and it's like going through here.
Right.
You just wind around through the building and go, and it takes about 2 hours,
No.
maybe 3 hours
No,
to,
I don't
to see
exaggerate.
everything.
This thing here is like a loop around a Christmas tree compared to that layout. I
Wow.
would say what I saw on YouTube was one of the finest layouts I've ever seen.
Yeah.
If not the finest. I think you
Yeah.
probably agree.
Yeah.
Just beautifully done. They have some very talented people up there.
We have to go up there.
It's a 3-hour drive from here to Bethlehem.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, we spent about 2 hours there. I took video the whole time. There was a lot of people there. It was a Sunday afternoon.
was
Really?
there other open houses?
Yeah, they had an
Okay.
open house.
But they let you in early.
They they said they were going to let us in early,
Right.
but I guess the guy that Sparky talked to wasn't there that day, so we had to wait outside
I
for.
think they charged me $8 or
Yeah, $8 to get in, but we had to wait until they opened it up for the regular open house.
And it was crowded.
Now,
Yeah, it was crowded.
Let me ask you a question. Would you pay $8 to see this thing?
Yeah, that paid
Really?
more. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He's trying to. Well,
Yes.
we're not going to. Art. I have a T-shirt that he gave me. He said art has no meaning unless it is shared. So we believe in sharing it. But then again, when I go, which is again I'm 86. I don't know how many more years I have. I got to survive. He has 7 more years as a apprenticeship, so I got to survive that.
He's got to survive that. Yeah.
But so I've got all kinds of plans of when I go.
Yeah. Keep this thing rolling.
But there was a point I was going to make, and I just lost it.
No, that's okay.
Don't get old.
I do that too.
Really
I do it. I do it too. On our way upstairs, or an hour later. Oh yeah. By the way, But that you say it was really crowded there,
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
and they run mostly diesels, I guess.
There
But
was diesels and there was steam.
oh,
Yeah.
steam too.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And
Yeah.
long trains they
Yeah.
run.
I
Long
think
trains.
they're trying to model the Lehigh Valley in central Jersey. I think it was in Hensing.
Yeah.
All the roads I grew up with. That's why I love to see it.
What
I didn't
was-
see any area part of it.
What was interesting was Howard. We saw your video for the first time this morning,
Yeah.
and Howard spotted that layout immediately and
Yeah.
said, "I'll bet you this is
Well,
the
obviously,
Lehigh Valley." And
Yeah.
we're asked Tom, and sure enough, Tom said, "Yeah, that's the."
Yeah, that's one of the shortest. I think there was 2 clips in there, and that was the shortest
7,000
ones.
feet
Yeah.
of track.
7,000 feet of track.
Of course, it's double.
Yeah.
It's 2
Yeah.
level. You know, Tom, this also is a 2-level layout.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. I know I told you that.
No.
I call it blended double deck,
Yeah.
and I wish more people. It's twice around.
Right.
You see the levels right here.
Mhm.
That's the upper level. That's the lower level. Then I have even a lower level, which is the branch line.
Yeah.
So there's 3 levels.
Wow.
But I can't. I'm not a fan. I don't want to impute anybody that puts the upper deck.
Right.
That's their taste. It is not my taste. So if they're having fun and I'm all for it, that's great.
But
Well,
they
that's what
pulled
I
it
did
off.
On my old layout, I had like 3 levels
Mhm.
on it, but it was all blended in together.
Blended.
You can
Yeah.
operate, and it's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think I had 17 foot, and then I told Debbie that I was going to tear off this one wall because it was going over the stairwell, and she didn't believe me. She says, "Go ahead." So I tore it off, and I continued over top of the stairwell.
Yeah. The wives, they're like, my wife would say, "Okay, yeah, go ahead. Like, I'm daring you."
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, hey, baby. Boom. You cut a hole in the wall. Damn
You
you.
were going to do that?
Damn you. You cut a hole in the wall.
Is there any reason why these are here?
No, I do not know, Howard. They
These
must
are
have.
Ambrose kits.
I do not know why they're there. We'll have to ask.
These
Maybe
two-
Andre put them there
They
and
don't roll off.
they could have derailed. I don't know. But you guys, thanks so much. I mean, it's just it's cool to see you guys both down here. And
Al, there's so much more you can ask.
well, I know. I mean, I'm overcome. Tom, can you think of any questions?
Too many questions and not enough time. Yeah.
Can you think of anything off the top of your head?
Well, you have no limit on that thing.
How
No.
how many years?
Years is not a good question. Hours is a better question.
Yeah.
I started in '82, but there were times I didn't come down here for 3 or 4 years doing other stuff. Then when I sold my business, I retired officially in 1987. I was 49 years old when I retired. So that's when I started working because I had all the time. And then I really got into it, and I fell madly in love. I tried to sell this thing once,
Oh yeah.
and couldn't do it. I tried 3 years. I think I mentioned before.
Yeah.
I'm over in Granite. It's about 15 miles from here, right across the county line. I bought 6 acres of property. It was right across the base right across from a decommissioned Nike base. And I was going to build the perfect house for a single at a time, model railroad. It would have been 40 by 80 footprint. The upstairs would have been the model railroad. No lights, no windows. All the lighting would come from skylights and overhanging spots, the tracks. That would be suspended. My living quarters would be downstairs. And the stairway into the layout would be the exact center of the room, which is ideal. Now this house, when I built this, the reason all these layouts I tried before failed, because the original staircase is over there. So it's still there, but I would never use it. We made that into the maintenance room. So that would have been perfect, but I couldn't sell this thing. So finally I sold the property, said the hell of it. And then I built the first edition. That was 94 to 95. And then that was fine. Then Sandy and I got married up. And then this thing came along. But to do this right, I actually built the scale model.
Let's go find it. Yeah, let me pause this.
To change these two out. Number one, this is a tunnel over here. Let's see. There's a tunnel here. Well, it's not bad. There's a tunnel. The big tunnels are over here.
Okay.
Here. You're missing those. They should be black. And this was just built out of sheet styrene.
Jesus.
And sticks, styrene sticks, and 020 sheet for the fascia.
How long it take you to build this mock-up?
A day.
A day. And
Where are we sitting?
we
right
are
now?
sitting
Right here.
Right here.
Right.
Okay.
And that's the Vietnamese cow factory or whatever you want to call it.
So this is like this right
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Fuck a cow.
Okay.
Yep. And that's way
Okay.
back there.
Alrighty.
And then Maisie Falls in the very that's way down
This
here.
is in the tunnel here.
Yeah.
So this is not accurate. Then this line here, I added this later. There's a line that comes off here, this way, and around like that. And it connects over here.
Right. And I think
That's not there. That was added later.
right. That's what we did with the,
Yeah.
I think the canal that I
Yeah.
ran went. I think it went in here and came out here.
Well, here, this is where the roundhouse is here.
Okay, that's
So go
where it
in this
went in.
here. The
Right.
people think it goes in here, it's to come out here. It goes all the way under here, comes out here.
Oh, that
This
must
is-
have been a
this is
different
accurate.
line. Okay.
Mhm. This is open. That goes into the tunnel, which you can see right there.
Right behind
And
Tom.
back here, this is all hidden, and it comes out here.
Right.
And the same over here, reverses.
But we took a canal past Bernard into a
Yeah,
tunnel
from-
and then wound out here.
From here, and then you went all the way up to the mine over here.
Well,
so
all these upsies and downsies and loops and so forth is 4 scale miles,
Jesus.
just in here.
Yeah, this is a great idea to do, folks. Because,
Well,
you know,
I could. This is Sandy's house.
right.
Okay, I couldn't be as cavalier as I was in. Just put up 3x8 sections and hope it works.
Right. Build a little mock-up of the layout, you know. But this isn't
That's a
little.
good
This is
idea,
big.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we came pretty close.
All right, let me pause it and put this away. Well, Howard, thank you for taking the time to interview with me. And Tom, thanks for coming up, man.
Oh, no problem.
Al,
I enjoyed
it's
coming up
an
here.
honor, really.
Yeah, Tom.
Thank you very much for doing this.
Yeah, and Tom really helped me out, helped me get started. And man, Tom really from Howard and I, because you know
Yeah,
I
was
feature
funny
Howard.
for you.
The first
Really?
time.
Thank you, shout out Al's layout.
Yeah,
That was wonderful.
thanks, man.
How do you get him to listen?
You don't.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, guys, thanks.